It was late, around 3 a.m. on St. Patrick's Day weekend, when my phone buzzed with a series of messages from a coworker I thought was just friendly. He was married, and the messages were not just inappropriate, they were shocking. I don't feel the same. I'm seeing someone already, but not out at work. To make matters worse, he even sent a naked selfie that cut off right before revealing too much. I was out with friends, and all I could think was, okay, this is a Monday problem. I have a strict rule. No work outside of 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I don't use my personal phone for work. If it's not a close friend from work, I don't respond outside those hours. Dealing with this was firmly categorized as a workday problem, so I ignored the message, determined to handle it when the time was right. Over the weekend, he sent more messages, first apologizing for being drunk, then insisting he was still into me, and sure, I felt the same. On Monday, I decided to address the issue professionally. I wrote him an email through our work email system. Hi, coworker, I'm writing to follow up on your messages from the prior several days. Please only contact me through work channels during regular business hours. I do not use my personal number with colleagues. Additionally, I found the content of your messages unwelcome and inappropriate. Please only contact me regarding work. I didn't send the email to HR, but I did blind CC my personal email just in case. He got really mad. He texted me back, accusing me of trying to get him fired by attaching his picture to a work email. I screenshotted his text and attached it to an additional email, reiterating my request for him to contact me only for work matters via business email or Slack. He stopped texting me, but he came to my desk to speak to me. Before he said anything, I asked, "Is this a work question?" He said I knew what it was about, and I replied that I wasn't available for a discussion at the moment. I told him, if he did need to meet with me for a work matter, could he please schedule a meeting on the calendar and include a read-ahead to brief me on the topic of the meeting. He walked off. I feel like I was a bit of a bitch in dealing with it, when maybe I could have told him to cut it out by text. But I'm also fucking sick of dealing with this shit at every job. My patience to use my own time and energy to gently ask guys to cool it is worn thin. I want to set the precedent that I won't engage outside of work hours or work accounts. While I was considering holding off to see if he cools it himself, the way he came to my desk after being told off twice makes me think that's probably not the best idea. So, I forwarded the emails to HR, wrote up the conversation we had at my desk, and asked them to meet with me to discuss. I sent an email to HR this afternoon, and they called a meeting with me the same day. I told them everything, though there wasn't a lot to say that wasn't already captured in the emails. And they assured me that I wouldn't have any more contact with him at work. They are going to meet with him tomorrow. It's still not decided if he will be fired or if he will be moved to a different position where he won't have any reason to speak to me. I do feel good about emailing HR. I feel like, along with myself, I've possibly helped out other women by starting that paper trail if it turns out to be something he's done more than once. I went out to happy hour with a few of my female friends in my field to vent. And one of my friends told me she'd met this same guy at a professional conference, given him her business card with her phone number. And he sent her a nasty pic too. She just replied saying that that was inappropriate and she had a husband. And he said something about her husband not having to know. So she had her husband call him and leave a voicemail telling him to fuck off, and then she never heard from him again! It was comforting to know I wasn't alone in dealing with this. I asked her if she'd be okay sending screenshots of the text exchange to my HR contact. She even wrote that she met him at a professional conference where he was representing the company. She gave him a business card for networking reasons, and he sent her an unsolicited lewd picture. And that she needed her husband to intervene, to stop the harassment. He was fired. I don't know a lot of details. I have a follow-up meeting with HR soon, but my coworkers told me he was escorted out of the building this morning. One of my coworkers, who sits near the HR office, said they heard him screaming at the HR staff during his meeting this morning. It's crazy how stuff escalated, honestly. Just last week, I thought he was a chill guy. Now his family are texting me, accusing me of ruining his career and calling me names. Did I go too far? Could I have handled the situation better without getting him fired?